Good morning, and welcome to the campus of the University of Oklahoma. A downloadable version of today's program is available at our college website at gaylord.ou.edu. At this time, would you please stand and greet the Gaylord College of Journalism and Mass Communication processional party as they enter the arena. Please welcome the Gaylord College deans, faculty, and our special guests, led by our Gaylord College 2016-2017 Outstanding Senior, Miss Mia Chisholm. Please welcome our Gaylord College faculty marshals, Professor Julie Jones and Lynn Franklin. Please welcome our graduate candidates, led by banner carrier, Outstanding Master of Arts student David Kelso Spradling. Please welcome our advertising candidates, led by Outstanding Advertising Senior Collier Hammonds. Please welcome our creative media production candidates, led by Outstanding Creative Media Production Senior Haley Struck. Please welcome our journalism candidates, led by Outstanding Journalism Senior Gloria Noble. welcome our professional writing candidates, led by outstanding professional writing senior, Denitra King. And please welcome our public relations candidates, led by outstanding public relations senior, Madison Penix.
Thank you. You may be seated. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the 2017 Convocation Ceremony for Gaylord College. I'm Ed Kelly, the Dean of the College. We are really glad you're here this morning on this most joyous occasion. Let me share a little bit about what you're going to see and hear over the next few minutes. A member of the board of the JMAC Alumni Group, Carrie Dawkins, will welcome our graduates to the ranks of alumni. We will also hear a few comments from this year's outstanding senior, Mia Chisholm. and then hear a keynote address from OU Regent Renzai Stone. We also want to remind you that this ceremony is being streamed live to our website and will be archived for future viewing. So tweet or text your friends and family and go online to watch at www.ou.edu/Gaylord Live. Now, first things first, I would like to acknowledge and recognize the people here today who have done so much to put these graduates in a position down front as the class of 2017. So first, will all the parents who have a child who's graduating today, would you all please stand? Hey. Okay, no, keep standing, keep standing. Okay, will the grandparents please join them? Grandparents. Okay, keep standing. One more group. Aunts, uncles, spouses, children, other family members, loved ones, please stand. Very good. As you can see, it takes a village to get our graduates here today, and they wouldn't be here today without the support and guidance from their personal networks and loved ones. So for all that you've done to put these students in a position to graduate this morning, once again, please give yourself another hand. It takes a heck of a lot of effort from faculty and staff once our students are here on campus. I would like to thank the other members of the Gaylord College leadership team. Dr. David Craig, the Associate Dean for Academic Affairs. Yvette Walker, the Assistant Dean for Student Affairs. Our college is organized around three main areas of study: journalism, strategic communication, and media arts. Three area heads direct the curriculum and ensure we are meeting the needs of our students and of the industries. Dr. Lonnie Steen in journalism, including print, broadcast, and online. Debbie Yant in strategic communication, which encompasses advertising and public relations. Dr. Ralph Beliveau of Media Arts, which encompasses professional writing and creative media production majors. Representing our graduate program is Dr. Katerina Setsura, Director of Graduate Studies. I certainly would like to thank the other faculty members seated behind me today on the stage and those who could not be with us for the enormous, and I do mean enormous, amount of time and energy they put into mentoring these students. Behind this esteemed faculty is a well-trained staff who support the efforts of the college and who provide guidance to your students as they move through the halls of our college over the last few years. Finally, I would also like to thank a special group of students who are helping you today, the Gaylord Ambassadors. These students often serve as the student face of Gaylord College, engaging with alumni and friends at major events like this one. One of them may have helped you find your seat today or handed you a program. Or going back a few years, maybe a Gaylord ambassador may have given you and your family a tour of our building when you visited OU. So thank you, ambassadors, as well for all that you do. A little bit of history about our program. Here at the University of Oklahoma, students first began studying journalism in the English department at OU in the early 1900s. Journalism became a separate school of journalism under the College of Arts and Sciences in 1913, making us one of the first journalism schools in the nation. The landmark $22 million gift from the Gaylord family that elevated our program to college status in year 2000 was a catalyst of a renaissance in journalism and mass communication. Since 2000, enrollment in Gaylord College has doubled. The college is now home to some of the most successful undergraduate and graduate students on the entire university campus. More than 1,100 students now call Gaylord College home, making it one of the largest colleges at the University of Oklahoma. The enrollment numbers speak to the increased relevance in our world of the professions contained within our majors. Our numbers only hint at the excellence contained in our college, as evidenced in the number of campus-wide honors, as well as local, regional, and national awards given to our students. Gaylord is dedicated to providing state-of-the-art instruction to our students to prepare them for careers in a dynamic, technology-driven world. For the fourth time, Gaylord College has been named an Apple Distinguished Program for our integration of Apple-inspired technology. We are the only journalism program in the United States to receive this honor. Gaylord College has one of the only professional writing programs in the country, and some of our former students include New York Times best-selling authors. Our professional writing faculty have published numerous titles, and this year our PW students, as we call them, have had their work placed and published all around the United States. In recent years, Gaylord College has been recognized as a top 10 journalism program by the Radio and Television Digital News Association. In 2016, for example, we sent a contingent of student journalists to cover the presidential caucuses in Iowa. Our students continue this coverage throughout the political conventions and up through the November election. And our OU Nightly News team provided live coverage for more than 4 hours on election night. Our advertising program is ranked in the top 10 in the nation by bestofcolleges.com. Students from our in-house advertising and public relations agency, Lindsay and Asp, and our senior capstone course won awards at the Addy Awards this year, competing both against student as well as professionals. Our public relations student chapter, one of the nation's oldest, also won the top national award this year for community service for its work with an organization that serves families awaiting life-saving transplants for their children. Additionally, the advertising and public relations seniors graduating today worked with world-class clients in their capstone campaigns courses. This academic year, our advertising capstone classes worked with American Honda and most recently Microsoft. And our public relations classes took on prominent regional and statewide clients to create PR campaigns that will have a real impact on society. Gaylord students in creative media production and broadcast news are currently ranked second in the nation through BEA Festival of Media Arts, the largest student media competition in the country. Our CMP students, as we call them, won 4 Heartland Emmys last summer. And for 2 years in a row, Gaylord Hall Productions, the college's client video unit, has been first in the nation in corporate media. And most recently, our CMP students brought Rokerthon to life in March. When Al Roker and the Today Show were here on campus. Both the daily newscast, known as OU Nightly, and the regional Fox sports show, Sooner Sports Pad, are ranked in the top 4 in the country. Our broadcast program is ranked first in the state of Oklahoma amongst the 15 broadcast programs in the state. These awards are just a small sample of the endless talent that's pushing through the hallways of Gaylord Hall each and every day. Graduates, we hope that you see that while Gaylord is building on a proud foundation of more than 100 years of tradition and ethics, we are pushing even harder to prepare you for the rigors of a career in the modern media and communication fields, preparing you to be communicators, innovators, and entrepreneurs, and leaders and difference makers in whatever career path you choose. So to you, the class of 2017, graduates here today, I can say without reservation that it has been our privilege to serve as instructors, mentors, and guides to each of you. You have walked the same path as more than 11,000 journalism and mass communication grads before you. Graduates who have had outstanding careers in television, radio, newspapers, advertising, public relations, professional writing, film, publishing, government, and teaching, as well as many other fields. Today, we challenge you to follow your dreams, to use the talent and dedication that each of you have, and to excel in all of life's pursuits. By doing so, you will honor your family, your degree, our college, and our university. So parents, friends, and faculty, please join me in once again congratulating our graduates. Obviously, this ceremony honors our new graduates. As they move into the ranks of alumni, they become part of a support system for future generations. The backbone of that support system is JMAC, our Journalism and Mass Communication Alumni Association. JMAC contributes a number of resources, both financial and in-kind, to Gaylord College. Carrie Dawkins is a member of JMAC's Board of Directors and a Sooner all the way. Carrie is a 2005 Gaylord graduate who played a prominent role while a student. She was awarded Panhellenic Woman of the Year and was OU's big woman on campus. After completing graduate school, she landed a dream job in student affairs at OU in leadership and volunteerism, where she is the assistant director. She oversees the President's Community Scholars Program, as well as study abroad programs in Rio and Italy. She directs the Lead Team Ambassadorship Program, which gives upperclassmen the opportunity to showcase facilitation skills and leadership styles. Carrie is an editor to a national woman in higher education publication and contributes to a national brand expanding on fashion ideas. Please join me in welcoming JMAC board member Carrie Dawkins. Carrie?
Let's give a round of applause to one of the best deans on campus, Dean Ed Kelly. Thank you for that. Before I get started, I just wanted to say congratulations to you all. It feels like just, when I was in your seat 2 years ago. Okay, 10 years ago, but who's counting? Congratulations. And I did want to recognize all the mothers in the room. Happy early Mother's Day. This is gonna do two things, right? It's gonna make your stomach sink a little bit because you've realized you haven't gotten anything for, so just get some construction paper out, journalism, and just construct your way to winning your mother's heart. And secondly, my husband's somewhere in the audience, and tomorrow is Mother's Day. All right, on behalf of the JMAC Alumni Association for the Gaylord College of Journalism and Mass Communication, I congratulate you on achieving this significant milestone. Let me be the first to welcome you to the ranks of alumni of the Gaylord College. You join a group that Dean Ed Kelly said is more than 1,000 strong. 1,100. I just wanted to make sure you were listening. 1,100 strong and growing. Years of dedication, study, and hard work have accumulated now in the world that awaits you. This is your opportunity to take what you have learned and apply it to the challenges of the business world. And while challenges do await you, it is good to know that you are well prepared to meet them because of education you have received at the Gaylord College at the University of Oklahoma. Keep in mind that your education is ongoing and you will have many more opportunities for learning. As with your student experience, the same would hold true for your alumni experience. The more involved you become, the more rewards you will receive in experiences, in contacts, and in knowledge. As you begin your professional journey, I challenge each of you to strive for success. Visualize your dreams and simply put, achieve them. But I also challenge you to remember your heritage and tradition and always be a supporter of your college and university. JMAC's primary purpose is to foster our shared traditions and to give back to the college that has supported us and given us the foundation for successful careers. I encourage all of you to join me to get involved in JMAC. And once again, I congratulate you on a job well done. True congratulations.
Thank you, Carrie. I would now like to introduce Yvette Walker, the Assistant Dean for Student Affairs, who will help us honor our students for their academic achievements. Dean Walker.
Thank you, Dean Kelly. One of the great joys of teaching is seeing students excel and distinguish themselves among their peers. The University of Oklahoma recognizes students for academic achievement in a number of ways. One way students' academic excellence is signified is by the wearing of a golden hood with their regalia or a blue and gold cord. As a college, we will now acknowledge these groups of individuals. Please hold your applause until the last group has been called. Gaylord College students who maintained a grade point average of 3.6 to 3.79 are designated as graduates with distinction. Will all those graduating with distinction stand and join the others to be recognized? Exactly, don't be shy. Please remain standing. Please remain standing. Students who maintained a grade point average of 3.8 to 3.99 are designated as graduates with special distinction. Will all those graduating with special distinction stand and remain standing to be recognized? Congratulations to you. You may be seated. The OU Honors College also recognizes students who have gone the extra mile and taken honors classes and completed an independent research project while maintaining a minimum grade point average. We will now acknowledge these groups of individuals. Please hold your applause until the final group has been called. Those honors students who maintained a grade point average of 3.4 to 3.59 are designated as graduating cum laude. Will all those graduating with cum laude stand and remain standing to be recognized? Yes, please stand. Students who maintained a grade point average of 3.6 to 3.79 are designated as graduating magna cum laude. And students who maintained a grade point average of 3.8 to 4.0 are designated as graduating summa cum laude. Will this final group of honor students join the others to be recognized? Congratulations. You may be seated. Finally, at Gaylord College, we have 2 students this spring who have maintained perfect 4.0 grade point averages. And in addition to graduating with special distinction, they were inducted this morning into Kappa Tau Alpha, the society for the top 10% of mass communication graduates, and are also graduating summa cum laude. Andrew Bean and Rose Condon, would you please stand and be recognized for your academic excellence? Congratulations to each of you on your academic achievements. The Gaylord College awards undergraduate degrees in 5 majors: advertising, creative media production, journalism, professional writing, and public relations. Each year, the faculty selects 5 students that have exhibited excellence in their program, 1 from each major, for recognition. We would like to recognize 5 students at the Gaylord College of Journalism for their achievements and excellence. When your name is called, please stand. The Student Excellence Awards go to, in advertising, Collier Hammonds. In creative media production, Haley Struck. In journalism, Gloria Noble. In professional writing, Denitra King. And in public relations, Madison Penix. We congratulate each of you on your accomplishments. And now it is my pleasure to introduce our student speaker and overall outstanding senior, Ms. Mia Chisholm. Mia is from Edmond, Oklahoma. She's receiving her Bachelor in Arts in Journalism and with a minor in psychology, and she is one of our Gaylord ambassadors, a member of the National Association of Hispanic Journalists, and the Gaylord Diversity Committee. She also has worked as a teaching assistant for our Introduction to Mass Communication class. Outside of Gaylord, Mia serves as a Diversity Enrichment Programs intern and a member of the National Society of Collegiate Scholars. She has worked for the OU Daily, Oklahoma Roots, and held a number of prestigious internships with the New York Times Student Journalism Institute, where she won the 2015 Montano Scholarship Award, the Knight CUNY J Diversity Initiative, and with the Oprah Magazine. She was also named to the Letsizer Honor List as an outstanding senior in academic and campus and community involvement. Please welcome Ms. Mia Chisholm to the podium.
Thank you so much, Dean Walker, for that gracious introduction. So I've got about 3 minutes and then I've got to run. I have a deadline in 20 minutes. Oh, deadlines, something we are all too familiar with here in Gaylord College. Whether or not we made every single deadline, each one was there to better set us up for success. Success is one word, but it has many different definitions for everyone. It is not defined by what others think of you and your accomplishments, but by how you feel about your accomplishments. Furthermore, we are here today because of your accomplishments. Whether or not all credit is due to caffeine, no sleep, microwave ramen noodles, or overbooked schedules, you are here. Congratulations. I know the driving force behind my accomplishments thus far is due to the experiences and people in Gaylord. Within the Dome, I have had the opportunity to dig my teeth into the language skills test, something some of us might shudder looking back on. I believe language skills are important to have, but a test score should not discourage our students from pursuing a degree within our college. So I created a study guide to help our students, and I'll tell you, there's nothing better than seeing a light bulb turn on when they finally understand when to use who and whom. I have my mom to thank partially for my grammar wisdom. Thanks, Mom. From outside the Dome, Gaylord has given me opportunities to explore the world and discover my strengths, weaknesses, and ultimately who I want to be. Over the past 4 years, I have had the opportunity to intern with the New York Times Student Journalism Institute, the City University of New York's Graduate School of Journalism, and Oprah Magazine. They were certainly opportunities of a lifetime. And if there's one thing I cherished most about all of those experiences, it was being surrounded by people who are as passionate as I was. There's no better motivator than working with those who are striving to make a difference in the same way that you are. Within the halls of Gaylord, people with the same passions are all that exist. We know that each student who walks through the door has potential, and our Gaylord family is always lending a helping hand. This is one more thing that I love about Gaylord. We have faculty and staff members who never stop working, and it's all for us. They aren't just professors, they aren't just staff members, they are our mentors. Most of them will answer the phone or reply back to a text at any hour. I know I wouldn't be anywhere without Clay Horney, Julie Jones, John Schmelzer, Dorian Billups, and Kathy Sawyer, to name a few. But none of us is here today without the help of those around us. I ask that you take a moment to think about those who have had a major influence in your life and in your college career and thank them. We don't just teach students here in Gaylord, we mold them and shape them into professionals who care about others around them and use their best qualities to succeed. Most importantly, Gaylord College has given us all the opportunity to be leaders. Whether you're sweating through your suit while pitching your campaign, submitting the final draft of your novel, watching your video on the big screen, or proofing your front page story for the 100th time, just remember those experiences shaped you into a leader in academics, but also in your own lives. I want to leave you with one piece of advice. Be unafraid of what the world has to offer you. Yes, the world is a tough place, but the world is filled with opportunities that await each and every single one of us. First, be unafraid to unlock the potential you have. And second, be unafraid of yourself. Something I learned in the last year was that you have to do what makes you happy. If you aren't doing what makes you happy, then you will never enjoy your life. Be unafraid of what the world has to offer you and what you can take from it. Now, I would like to give my thanks to the staff and faculty of Gaylord College because I know they have always been there for me and our students from the second we walk in the door, actually before we ever walk in. Where else can you go for such a warm welcome? I would like to thank Dean Kelly for jumping in and joining our Gaylord family, which is sometimes crazy and sometimes difficult to manage. Gaylord College would not be the same without you. Thank you for all that you've done and for all that you will continue to do. And I have one final question for you. When is Gaylord going to get a Starbucks? Furthermore, I'd like to thank the OU Daily, the National Association of Hispanic Journalists, Alpha Phi Omega, and Gaylord Ambassadors. Being a part of those organizations has made me who I am today. I want to thank my friends who have been by my side through it all, and of course, thank you to all the students in Gaylord who have made this place a home. Lastly, I would like to thank my family, my mom, my dad, and my sister, who couldn't be here today because she's too busy being a badass rower. But look, there's her big head. I could not have done any of this without their love, support, and dedication. So, I stand here today for all of us, for our Gaylord staff and faculty, for our students, and for our graduating class. In Gaylord, we invest our time in writing other stories, and now, graduating class of 2017, it's time to write your own. We each embody what it means to be a member of Gaylord, and we all represent the dedication, the passion we put into the college that has set us up for our next steps in the world. Congratulations to the Gaylord graduating class of 2017. It's time to start your stories. Thank you.
Thank you, Mia. We are going to miss you. It is my pleasure to introduce our convocation speaker, Rinzai Stone. Rinzai is a well-known leader among public relations and marketing agency professionals. He is chairman and CEO of Saxum, an integrated agency that focuses on public relations, advertising, and digital communications. He started Saxum at the age of 25, and today has grown it to a team of more than 35 professionals headquartered in Oklahoma City with offices in Tulsa and Houston. He is a sought-after speaker and editorial contributor to national organizations and publications. He has been featured and quoted in PR Week and Advertising Age, as well as the New York Times, and been on CNBC. He is immediate past president of the Americas for IPREX, and in 2015, he completed a 3-year term on the board of directors for the PR Council in New York. And most importantly for today, he's a Sooner through and through. Rinzai came to OU on a basketball scholarship from Jenks High School in Tulsa. He was a 4-year starter for the Sooners, and for me, a long-time OU basketball fan, one of my all-time favorite players. While on campus, he took both his basketball and his studies very seriously. He graduated with his class with a degree in history in year 2000 and was a Rhodes Scholar finalist. A few years later, he was invited to join Gaylord College's Board of Visitors, a group of 35 professionals from across the country who represent our 5 majors. He served on the board for the college for 10 years before Governor Mary Fallin appointed him in 2015 to a 7-year term on the OU Board of Regents. And he has been very kind to Gaylord College and our students. I think it's fair to say that no one has hired more interns and graduates from Gaylord College over the past 10 years or so than Rinzai Stone and Saxon. So please join me in welcoming a real friend to the college and our university, Mr. Rinzai Stone.
Thank you, Dean Kelly. Wow, Gaylord graduates, congratulations. I'm so thankful to be here with you today. In the world we're living in, feel free, parents, grandparents, friends, Gaylord grads, to tweet or snap any of my remarks at Rinzai Stone 33. Both of these companies need our help. You're entering the workforce in the age of discernment, characterized by a code of citizenship that says you are responsible for forming your own opinions about the world around you. You are actually the frontline messengers. It isn't easy to follow this code. We're faced with a continual avalanche of information being pushed and pulled by others and actually by our own fingertips. Last year, YouTube had 100 million hours of content uploaded per second. Facebook has hired 29,000 people worldwide just to watch videos to look for murders, rapes, and other, quote, acts not aligned with our user policy or the law, according to a December press release. These tools make our lives better, happier, more full of joy and connectedness, I think. You and I are constantly covered up by the weight of mountains of information that bear down upon us and our brains. We're constantly sorting for order and seeking context for how to apply it in our lives. Each of us is forced to take accountability for how we are being influenced, dissecting others' motives, and the fight against our insatiable need for more. Of course, we're doing all of this in the prayer position, in some instances, because of our devices, unable to see the world going on around us. More relationships than we care to admit have been reduced to emoticons, or my personal favorite, Bitmoji. You are truly, graduates, at the intersection of truth and truthiness. It's difficult to decipher which direction to take when both paths look the same. Perhaps this is because we are making decisions based in compressed time frames. In situations of the past, time allowed us the proper amount of reflection and introspection. Today, if action is not quickly taken, we risk being left behind, or the dreaded state of FOMO. That's fear of missing out, everybody. Each one of us needs to have the awareness to breathe deeply in this arena of rapid change, mainly because the speed of our world is breathtaking right now. This is why, according to Zen magazine, nearly 3 in 10 Americans meditate each day, a habit that I've tried to take part in and I think has helped. Speaking of statistics, did you know that 88% of Americans, according to Gallup, said they have experienced extreme anxiousness the past year due to, quote, the world moving faster than I can comprehend? Think about that. 9 in 10 of you are feeling anxious because of things outside of your control. In that same survey, 28% of adults ages 18 to 25 who do not have a college education said they expected the government to, quote, take care of them if they weren't able to find a job. Even for those of you who managed to avoid math classes while you were here at OU, that's more than 1 in 4 of your non-college educated brethren who expect you to do something. That's up from 3% in 1980. You'll be expected to pay for them throughout your lives. The age of discernment comes with troubling realities. Political upheaval and nastiness is at an all-time high. Or is it just cable news telling us that we are at an all-time high? Just last week, in James Comey's final act, the Trump administration, through the FBI, arrested second-year reporter Matthew S. Carter, a Baltimore Sun reporter who has been trolling President Trump's Twitter account for months. His bail was set at $1 million on charges that he was, quote, inciting riotous behavior in Baltimore and Washington, D.C. Carter says he's innocent. A reporter was just thrown in jail for tweets. Consider last November when Gary Longmire, the Pulitzer-winning reporter from OU graduate of the New York Times, broke the story of the attempted coup in Thailand following the death of the longtime king. Nowhere in his report did he mention the coup was being led by one of the sons who was disinherited when his father married his 5th wife. At one point, he was the heir to the throne. He was executed for his crime, even though the death penalty is banned in Thailand. Finally, I'm guessing everybody has heard about the marketing war going on between Cialis and Viagra. That's cost the jobs of 2 major advertising agency CEOs in New York. Of course, Cialis is represented by Ogilvy, and Viagra has long been with 72 and Sunny. The scandal broke when Viagra launched a new ad during the Super Bowl that said, and I'm paraphrasing here, "The little purple pill is hard-hitting for your hard-hitting moments of life." The spokesperson was former NFL player Terry Bradshaw. So where does Cialis come in? Bradshaw, a known ladies' man, was caught on video, later posted to Snap, at a Super Bowl press event telling a woman half his age that he preferred Cialis because, quote, it didn't give him a headache in the morning. Cialis then tweeted a picture of Bradshaw on his Fox set in a bathtub and a pack of ice on his head. Both presidents of both agencies were fired. Viagra put out a statement that said Bradshaw didn't embody the values of Viagra. Cialis said, "We stand by our products and are sorry for the poor timing of our tweet." What exactly are the values of Viagra? I asked you this morning. By a show of hands, students, parents, how many of you have heard something about the Baltimore Sun arrest, the Thailand coup, or the Viagra marketing battle versus Cialis? Just by a show of hands. Quite a few. Unfortunately, none of what I just shared with you is true. I've been using my position of influence as a regent of this university, as the head of an agency, to influence you. And for those of you that were too chicken to raise your hand, it was easy. The power of persuasion is one that can be used for good and evil. YouTube uploads 300 hours a minute, not 100 million hours a second. There's a big difference. Facebook had no press release in December, but has hired 7,500 people. My Gallup poll on anxiousness, made up. Zen Magazine, never heard of it. The 1 in 4 people who say the government is going to take care of them, mom and dad, I made that up too. I saw some dads and moms shaking their head about that. Influence. Influence. Each time you speak, you have a moment of influence. Each time you write a story, a moment of influence. Each time you work with a client, a moment of influence. Each time you tweet, post to Snap, Facebook, publish a blog, you're contributing to the avalanche of of information I spoke of earlier. Each of you is already in a position of influence. You likely are most in tune with current events and the latest marketing trends among your friends and parents, since most trends start with you. So I'd like to ask, do you have a responsibility to society, beyond reproach, to get it right? Do you have a responsibility to your employer, to yourself? Truthiness stops here in the field house and the halls of Gaylord Hall. Here's what I know. Half-truths, spin, outright lies have no future. They don't add joy to our lives. They don't improve society. They're destructive. The problem is you find yourself in a position where exaggeration, misrepresentation, and deceit will make for a juicier story, which may land you higher on people's radar. Clickbait, the opiate that is so easy to get addicted to. Instead, use creativity. Marry that creativity with data, real data, and try your darndest to understand the massive changes happening right now with artificial intelligence, personalized communication, and stay up to date on what's happening around you. Actually, lead the way. Not to manufacture stories, but to tell stories based in facts that are compelling and engaging and go the extra mile to confirm assumptions and fight hard against your natural bias. The age of discernment cuts both ways. We must be able to discern for ourselves, since we are the gatekeepers for truth in society. The great communicators, marketers, journalists, and storytellers demand that we guard the gate. Gaylord grads, this is the conclusion of my remarks. I promised myself when I got up here I would not use the words budget cuts, Obamacare, fake news, hashtag, Syria, or the Golden State Warriors. And I feel like I nailed it. Thank you very much.
That was terrific. Renz, I thank you so much for your thought-provoking remarks and particularly for the continued support of our program.
Now, if Dr. Katerina Satsura, Director of Graduate Studies, will please come forward and preside over the hooding of the graduate students.
Thank you, Dr. Craig. From medieval times, academic dress has included 3 items: the hood, the cap, and the gown. The black gown and mortarboard are traditional. Holders of the master's and doctoral degrees wear a hood that identifies the degree. The doctoral hoods are longer on the back than the master hoods, and if you look around our faculty members, you can see that difference. The lining of the hood displays the official colors of the college or university conferring the degree. Again, that's why you see so many different colors on our stage today. The color of the velvet band around the neck indicates the scholar's field of study. In the case of Gaylord College, the color is crimson, so our crimson color you will see on the velvet bands around the hood. It signifies journalism and mass communication. We here at the Gaylord College have 3 degrees: PhD in Mass Communication, Master of Professional Writing, and Master of Arts in Mass Communication and Journalism. We also recently introduced several new graduate options: graduate certificates, graduate certificate in media management, and graduate certificate in strategic planning. And we have some students today with us who are pursuing those. This year, we also started our first and welcomed first class of the accelerated BA/MA degrees. And you will see some of the students today who are pursuing the master's degrees already as they're graduating with their bachelor degrees. Now, it is my pleasure to present to you those who have completed the requirements for the master's degrees of professional writing and the master's degrees of arts in journalism and mass communication. Professors who chaired their committees or served on their committees for defending thesis or project or comprehensive exams will hood the candidates who are receiving degrees today. So now I will start with Masters of Professional Writing. Will Meg Odom please come to stage to perform the hooding of Master of Professional Writing student William M. Sibley. This is always the tricky part. Now we are going to hood the second Master of Professional Writing student. Will Professor Mariana Evans will please come forward to hood your student. Nicholas Edward Chancellor. Now we'll continue with hooding our students who receive Master of Arts in Journalism and Mass Communication. And it's my pleasure to start with our outstanding graduate student. Will Mr. David K. Spradling please come forward to perform the hooding of your son? And this outstanding graduate student son, David Kelso Spradling. What a touching moment. Congratulations. Dr. Glenn Leshner, will you please come forward to hood your Master of Arts student? Ace Vernon Castle. Professor Lynn Franklin, will you please come forward to hood your Master of Arts student? Philip Charles Lyons. Dr. Eleni Stein, will you please come forward to hood your Masters of Arts students? Sohana Nazrin. And then Dr. Eleni Stein will also hood another Master of Arts students of hers. SM Imran Hashad Palash. Dr. David Craig, will you please come forward to perform the hooding of your student? Aisha Masood. Professor John Schmelzer, will you please come forward to hood your Master of Arts students? Mashur Rahman. I will ask Professor John Schmelzer to stay because he has one more student who is graduating today. Ashley Cristina Sanchez. Now it's my honor to hood one of my own students, Master of Arts, Michaela Corin Corey. We also have one more student with us today who is receiving the Master of Arts in Communication degree from the College of Outreach at OU, and I will hood Raynard Westbrook. Please join me in congratulating all our graduating master students. Congratulations, and please keep in touch. And remember, there is always a PhD degree at the College of Journalism and Mass Communication here. Now, Dr. David Craig, Associate Dean of Academic Affairs, will you please come forward to recommend our undergraduate students?
It is now time to recognize the undergraduate students who are receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Journalism and Mass Communication. Will the undergraduate class of 2017 please stand? Dean Kelly, the candidates who stand before you today embody the undergraduate mission of the Gaylord College of Journalism and Mass Communication. They value and protect freedom of expression. They welcome and encourage intellectual and cultural diversity. They exercise critical thinking, and they are creative, ethical, skilled, and socially responsible. They have fulfilled all degree program requirements for a Bachelor of Arts in Journalism from the University of Oklahoma. On behalf of the faculty of the Gaylord College of Journalism, it's my great pleasure to recommend to you each of these individuals for you to bestow upon them their respective degrees. I offer to you the class of 2017.
Thank you, Dr. Craig. President Bourne has delegated to me the authority to honor each of you in convocation today upon completion of the work in your degrees. Therefore, it is my great pleasure to congratulate you for your achievements in completing your degrees and to recognize each of you individually as you receive your degree certificates with all the rights, perks, and privileges due to you. I congratulate the spring class of 2017. You are now officially alumni. And now Dean Walker will announce the graduates' names as they cross the stage and receive their diplomas from me. Faculty from each area will add their congratulations as you exit the stage.
In advertising, Brendan Atencio. Nicole Alcaraz. Aaron Fitzpatrick. Collier Hammonds. Brianna Versalino. Carson Young. Jalen Brock. Allison Demiano. Catherine Stack. Adley Liebman. Holly Roberts. Taylor Prince. Nathan Pearson. Garrett Finnegan. Breck Bowden Bunch. Morgan Clifton. Maddie Relier. Andrew Sanderson. Tyler James Segerstrom. Cassandra Neubauer. Jasmine Goss. Catherine Haven. Lara Olfers. Madison Barnes. Katie Mullins. Catherine Bailey Brown. Alyssa Gaddis. Catherine Bishop. Samantha McDowell. Eric Cruz. Elizabeth McCready. Bailey Farmer. Macy Davis. Luke Kittinger. Jennings Hammock. Templin Hammock. Mitchell Winkler. Chelsea Dornan. Kelly Swanson. Christopher Monday. Joshua Morgheim. Taylor Thurston. Marianne Rada. Kayla Anderson. Kelsey Carnes. Christina Newcomb. Amelia White. Samantha Turner. Ann Bradshaw. Rachel Brooks. Alex Martinez. Andrea Walling. Haley Piper. Mary Caroline Davis. Angela Chang. Ross Harris. Josh Jones. Annie Strom. Lillian Boquin. Elizabeth Kennard. Me T.N. Pham. Peyton Benj. That concludes our advertising graduates. And now, our graduates in creative media production. Haley Struck. Sierra Elizabeth Sanders. Cameron Shulock. Tessa Hayward. Michael Hahn. Sandisiwe Waswa. David Ransom. Madison Ward. Colin Conrad Gaddy. Parker Johnson. Glenn Flansburgh. Amber Handy. Brianna Hogan. Reagan McGee. Christine Elliott. Aaliyah Ellison. Katie Berry. Rain Ashley Grandy. Tiffany Fees. Paulina Panay. Emily Ann Irwin. Macy Leanne Muirhead. Catherine James. That concludes our creative media production graduates. And now our journalism graduates. Mia Chisholm. Gloria Noble. Haley Powers. Clara Wilson. Andrew Clark. Rapay? Dustin Rapay.
I know.
Catherine Bean. Chloe Maurice. Derek Peterson. Spencer Davis. John Walker. Timothy Smith. Shane Byler. Amber Friend. Bridget Waltermeyer. Katarina Macy Behealer. Nola O'Brien Allinger. Amy Schneebeck. Nathaniel Fain. Stephen Mudd. Anna Whitney. Justin Strain. Ashley Brown. Alexandra Stratton. Lindsay Gomez. Blakely Durham. Lindsay DeZura. Emily Aiken. Courtney Lynn Boggs.
I figured it was the best letters to put in there. It wasn't as good as mine. I was like, I don't know how to write this down.
Holden Kruzmark. Eric Payne. Matthew Trevally. Samantha Bechtold. Courtney Kirby. That concludes our journalism graduates. And now our professional writing graduates. Carly Fouch. Kate Burgum. Alexandra Goodman. Sierra Elaine Voss. Jenna Blake Morris. Amanda Lee Dung. Sophia Padilla. Alyssa Hubbard. Owen Wilson. Riley Robertson. Rose Condon. Dominique Talley. Audrey Wilson. That concludes our professional writing graduates. Our public relations graduates. Katie Nichols. Ashley Stevens. Madison Malget. Cassidy Hanson. Caroline Stefan.
Everyone says rodent. They're going to say rodent. My heart's actually pounding right now.
Sarah Rowden. Garrett Chase. Madison Gillis. Victoria Ross. Teresa Flores Guillen. Hannah Franklin. Maricela Avila Cardenas. Marissa Cortez Rodriguez. Emily Martinez. Aubrey Dwyer.
Hard eye on the silence.
Emma Hyde.
Like the fish. Just say it that way.
Shelby Simons. Cole Nemo. Alexandra Rudolph. Hannah Stevens. Lauren Carter. Tracy Greenwood. Brooke Pettibon. Jillian Christine Kerwin.
Olivia.
Olivia Iris Decker. Court Fisher. Jacqueline Harrison. Lacey Kincaid. Allison Simmons. Aubrey Dodge. Maddie Lutz. Emily Cavallo. Christy Montenegro. James Chansombat. Brittany Embry. Megan Verge. Elizabeth Dills. Caitlin Niles. Madison Mitchell. Paige Jones. Thatcher Maddie. Tyler Gilmore.
Is it okay if I scream for her? She's my
Gabrielle Claxton.
Whoa! You go, Gabby!
Dayton Israel.
Yes!
Megan Bradley.
And then we're over here like, yes, slay.
Lauren Legrand.
Yes, queen! Slay!
Elena Grote.
Sorry, German.
Savannah Jung. Mariah March. Khadijah Hill. Micah Hassick. Paige Hartsfield. Holly Honer. Caroline Bullard.
Delaney Moriello.
Delaney Moriello. Chandler Leanne Lindsay. Jonathan Rogers. Joshua LaChica. Julia Bauer. Madeline Owen. Austin Albro. Andrew Columber. Bukanla Haloba Williams. Kelsey Brockett. Rebecca Nance.
Just in case, you know.
Megan Tenbrink.
Sorry.
Courtney Lawson.
It works. Kara, not Kara.
Jessica Dillard. Kara Kelly. Kayla Beasley.
Go, Kayla! Uh-oh. She got so excited she just bypassed him.
Jenna Tatman.
Good one. I was like, I don't know how.
Vivian Salamanca. Paige Early. Candace Hennegart. Caitlin Gardner. Tatum Stasny. Jessica Taylor.
Abigail Morris.
Paris Bradford. And Abigail Morris. Those are our 2017 graduates. Let's give them a hand. We began a tradition in 2013 as part of our centennial celebration. We will have our outstanding senior, Mia Chisholm, come back to the podium and lead our new graduates in reciting the First Amendment. This is one of the first lessons for new journalism students entering the college, and we think a suitable tradition for closing out their time as students.
Fellow graduates, please recite along with me the First Amendment to the Constitution of the United States. It is located on the back of your program. Congress shall make an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech or of the press, or the right of the people peaceably to assemble and to petition the government for redress of grievances. Thank you.
Thank you, Mia. That was a wonderful close to our ceremony. Once again, congratulations to our new graduates. Thank you all for attending our program today. Graduates, on behalf of the faculty and staff of Gaylord College, I wish you nothing but the best of luck in your future endeavors. We ask that the audience remain in your seats until our graduates have filed out. But before we exit, I'd ask all of you to stand if you are able and join us in singing the OU chant, led by one of our Gaylord majors, Cassidy Huckabee. The words can be found on the back of your program. Cassidy?
Our chant rolls on. Sorry. Okay.